Jesuit Music Ministry, your daily dose of inspiration. Follow JustCom PH on Spotify and JustCom Music on YouTube. We are also on iTunes and Deezer.
To open our eyes and ears that we may see the face of Christ and hear His voice in our midst. For 28 years, Jesuit Communications has been promoting the Catholic faith and serving the nation through both traditional and new media. Hear us tackle national issues in light of Christian values on Usapang Kapatid, Pasakalye, and Radyo Veritas. Watch our uplifting reflections on Kapet Pandasal and The Word Exposed, as well as our acclaimed TV specials. Listen to the inspiring and soothing music of Jesuit Music Ministry's original artists as you read our spiritually enriching books. To learn more about JustCom's mission of evangelization and education, follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and our website, justcom.ph. To give a face to the faceless and a voice to the voiceless, that we may recognize Christ in them and hear His story in theirs.
Pagod ka na ba sa mga chismis? Fake news? Bad news? Good news naman! I-share namin sa inyo ang good news. Samahan ang Jesuit Volunteers Philippines na maghatid sa inyo ng mga balita at kwentong totoo at may puso. Makinig sa mga istorya ng pagtutulungan, pagkakawang gawa, mga kwentong serbisyong kusang loob. KSKL. Share ko lang, Huwebes, alas 5 ng hapon, dito lang sa Radyo Katipunan, 87.9 FM. Share ko lang.
Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle, kami di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpak at tama. Buhay Atenista, sa loob sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng eskwela. Radyo, radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Katipunan. Kawan ni Ignacio, Katipunero sugod, todo sa kayot, tulong at tulong. Ipagka Blue Eagle, galing giting at tigil, blue and white, one big fight. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan.
Coming up next, ASPACes, Ateneo Parents in Action on Radyo Katipunan, 87.9 FM.
Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, radyo, Katipunan. Voice of the Blue Eagle, kami di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpak at tama. Buhay Atenista, sa loob sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng eskwela. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Kawan ni Ignacio, Katipunero sugod, todo sa kayot, tulong at tulog. Lipat na Blue Eagle, galing giting at gigil, blue and white, one big fight. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo,
They've been behind every exam week, every thesis defense, and every milestone along the way. As they grow into thinkers, leaders, and changemakers, we are right there with them, listening, learning, and leading. This is your space, your voice, your story, where parenthood, purpose, and community come together on air. This is ASPACes, Ateneo Parents in Action. Listen in, laugh with us, and journey alongside fellow Ateneo parents as we share stories of service, solidarity, and the magic in everyday parenting. ASPACes, your story, your voice, your space. Only here on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM.
Hey everyone, welcome to ASPACes. This is the 23rd of June and we're so excited because we're gonna be geeky mode today. Oh my God, hindi na kami seryoso today. Ngayon lang naman because we have two guys here who are into Toy-Con mood pa sila,
yes.
diba? Just finished. But before we go to that,
Among other
dig
things.
deeper, I'd like to invite you all to please stay until 3 p.m. dahil maganda yung kwentuhan namin. By the way, I'm Gail from ASPAC.
Hey,
and of
I'm-
course, my co-host here.
Yeah, I'm Andrew. How was your weekend, Gail?
Well, I had a 4-day full of tactical survival and grabe, mga people that I met sa Tax Expo, mga lahat naka-tactical wear, naubos yung energy ko, but it was really successful. So congratulations to Arms Corps Global Defense Incorporated, a very successful show, and especially to Ma'am Gina, to Ma'am Jo, to Kate, of course, to Ma'am Sophie de los Santos. Thank you very much for always having me, as your alalay on the show. Congratulations and see you guys hopefully in October. Again, saludo ako sa inyong lahat. Arms Corps and to all the exhibitors, grabe. And, eto pala, I have to thank muna Black Octopus Gear for always, providing me all the tactical wear that I need on the show, the jacket, the bags, everything. Kulang na nga lang yung undergarments. But thank you so much, Kuya Elvis. Ayun. You know what, today, we shifted from super seryoso, di ba, for the past few weeks, super seryoso usapan natin about health, about emergency preparedness and all. This time naman, we want to make it paano ba? Medyo light. Kasi it's graduation na, di ba, bakasyon na rin for Ateneo. That's why we invited these two guys. And I'm pretty sure you know them very well. So please introduce our guests.
They are also, they can be serious from time to time.
But I promise them we're not gonna be serious today.
They do a lot of serious work. They're both in the administration, in close support for our students, for our student community. No?
Yep.
We have with us Mr. Cholo Malilin and Mr. Chris Castillo.
Welcome to ASPACes, Sir Cholo and Sir Chris.
This is called self-applause.
Self-applause.
Walang kan.
Magandang
How are
hapon
you
po.
guys? Who wants to go first?
afternoon.
By age ba to or by height?
By age. By age before beauty.
Okay.
Sige. So hi, thank you for inviting us and thank you for having us this afternoon. So ako si Cholo and I work for student affairs here in the Ateneo College along with Chris. I handle student support services. Which is basically our way of assisting students, particularly through navigating or through helping them navigate rather yung very challenging landscape of college life in a lot of various aspects of their student life. Ayan. But as you mentioned, we have other aspects of how should I say it? Parang of our hindi naman parang ganun. Parang there are other aspects of our life where we can actually ano tawag dito? Delve into yung mga hilig talaga namin which are itong it's actually a pop culture event that we've created quite a while back. We just celebrated our 22nd Toycon.
Wow!
In the span of 24 years.
Grabe.
So that was 2 weekends ago. So we'll tell you a little bit more about that.
Yeah.
Si
Let's
Chris,
hear.
ang man of the hour.
Oh, yeah.
Because katatapos lang na ating graduation. And
That's right. How are you, Sir Chris?
Hi. Thank you for having us. So Chris Castillo po, also with Student Affairs and Services. So Sir Cholo and I head different sections, but we're in the same team. I head the Campus Life and Information section. No? Shout out to our director, Mr. Rene San Andres.
Yes.
Of course, no, popular singer and composer,
Wow.
guitarist as well. No, imbitahan niyo rin po siya dito. All right. And then, so our section naman handles, campus life, in the area of campus life. To name major things we do, no? So we take care of milestone events for students. So that's ORSEM for the incoming freshmen, all right? And the graduation for the seniors. So the recently concluded graduation of HE. So bati lang din po kami sa lahat ng mga tumulong na kasama namin.
Yes.
Maraming
over this
salamat.
Weekend.
Opo.
So hindi pa kami nakaka-recover but we're back at work.
Yes.
That was a very exciting graduation. Itong last week was the first graduation that was held in a new venue, yung Blue Eagle Gym, newly renovated.
Yeah. Ganda.
Correct.
At mukhang, mukhang success naman. Sumakses.
Yes.
Yan.
But
So,
the looks
yeah.
of it naman, it's successful. Kasi you guys are smiling since the start of the show. Kasi you won't be able to smile, di ba? Pag hindi successful, kung ano man yung nangyari
Yeah.
last night or yesterday.
And we're
diba?
happy to be back here kasi we were one of the first
Yeah.
RK DJs.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you were the ones who put up the RK, right?
Well,
We were, I guess, part of the first batch of...
first batch of hosts.
Yeah,
no?
of hosts for Radyo Katipunan.
Actually, hindi po kami bumabalik dito kasi sinisingil kami ni Justin Pontino.
Hi, Justin! Uy, siya yung
Props,
unang-unang nanonood. Hi, Justin!
Hi, Justin.
Hi, Justin.
Hi,
We're not
Jennifer
here.
Chua. Thank you. Sabi ni
Jen.
Jen, nice to see you, Cholo Malilin and Chris Castillo back at RK even as guest lang. Oh!
Ayun
Yes,
po.
Sana
lang daw.
magkatotoo na yung tinutupad namin comeback namin.
The return of the comeback. Soon.
Diba, soon naman, meron tayo. Abangan nyo yan. Dito
Baka
sa
ito
Pasok.
yun.
Ito
But
na
thank
yun.
you for having us. Thank you for...
very
welcome.
And
Super.
si Kuya Andrew yan, idol namin yan.
Oo nga, Kuya Andrew.
Kuya!
Yeah.
And congratulations for this program kasi nga we've long collaborated with the ASPAC, with the Parents Council in our formal work here in Ateneo, and I'm glad that you started this program that will parang give us more information about the community and the collaboration nga between school and parents, which is something very integral kumbaga to our education here in Ateneo, particularly in the college.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Because this show is actually for parents by parents. Hindi
Nice.
lamang Ateneo parents, but for all the parents all over the world. Kasi we want to reach... Sorry, ano ba kailangan ko gawin? Okay, sorry. I thought you were saying something. Okay. And speaking of parents,
Mga
I'd like to
parentals.
shout out Patricia Javier kasi, yay!
Patricia Javier,
Yeah.
yung artista?
Yeah,
Totoo ba?
she has a
Oh, wow.
son.
Freshie.
Will be enjoying a freshie. Kaya,
right,
Patricia
right.
and to your son, welcome to Ateneo. Soon
See you
makikita-kita
soon.
tayo. Yes, see you soon.
Nice.
Beauty queen na rin siya. And thank you, Ma'am Tin, and OAA, of course, Director Joed. Maraming salamat, for attending to those kind of, follow-ups. And it feels really good na marami pa rin kids who are really want to be an Atenean, Masarap yung pakiramdam. Hindi ako Atenean, pero feeling ko Atenean na rin ako kasi ilang years na akong board member sa ASPAC. So it feels like nag-aaral din ako. Yeah. With my mentor here, grabe, is super, super good. Diba? What about you guys? Are you parents? Because you look so young.
Oh yes, no.
Yeah.
Well, ako, medyo pag-graduate na rin ang aking pagiging parent, ang parenthood ko because I graduated. My one daughter graduated from here back in 2022.
Okay.
And my second is siguro a year off from graduating, but not here.
Nice.
Not in Ateneo kasi yung course na
Okay.
gusto niya is in another school. Pero
That's okay.
malapit na akong mag-graduate din sa pagpapaaral. Si Chris ang medyo
Congratulations. What about you,
pasimula pa lang.
Chris? I know you're still single, right? Somebody told me you're single.
No. Well, I look single. But I'm not ready to mingle anymore. No. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. taken na pala,
Kung
Sir
sino man
Chris.
po yun,
Yes,
okay
taken
lang
na
yan. You're not losing out on anything.
Smile pa siya.
Yeah.
Yeah, but well, my kids are. I have 2 daughters. Shout out to Ella and Bo and to my wife Lay.
Hello.
Yeah, but they're from the Green School in Alabang. Let's just call it
That's
that.
closer to
Oh.
where you live, right?
Yes, no. But hopefully when they get to college, they want to be here. I think they do. But soon pa naman. I have a few more years to save up. Kaya
yes.
rumaraket kami ni Sir Cholo.
Yes,
Kailangan
that's right.
mag-ipon.
Kailangan.
Correct.
Yun.
Speaking of racket, the reason why we invited you because we are so amazed with the ToyCon. I mean, you mentioned a while ago, 22 years na siya. And I haven't had the chance to attend kasi laging puno. I
Oo nga,
hate
palagi
the
ka sa mga
pila.
tactical events.
Hindi, I hate the pila kasi your
The pila.
ToyCon is always jam-packed. I'm too scared of stampede kasi. So, that's why.
Okay.
Kaya sabi ko, grabe
Di
sila.
ba survival skills ka naman? Okay.
Para matest ko nga naman yung
Para
survival
matest mo.
skills
I
mo.
know, but I really wanna be the,
Okay.
Black Widow. And kung wala akong powers noon, hirap
wow.
naman. But ToyCon, 22 years na. How did you start this kind of, industry?
Oo nga.
Kwento
Well,
naman.
it seems now, it feels like it's such a huge undertaking. Pero actually, we started off as really just a group of friends who had, at that time, back in the late 90s, we were all into collecting sama-sari. I was a comic book collector. I grew up from my childhood na talagang nagko-collect ako nito mga Marvel and DC comics. And of course, I'm also a very avid Star Wars fan.
Oh,
So
wow.
back in 99, we got a group together na we were all Star Wars fans and we were looking forward to episode 1, di ba? Yung 99 yung 97 was the relaunch or the re-release of the original Star Wars trilogy, 1997, and then 1999. So medyo critical yung years na yon in forming this etong ToyCon that we have now. Kasi in between those years, a group of people got together and then we started a very simple clubhouse gathering sa Green Hills. Sa Green Hills Clubhouse kami. Now we go there on weekends, every other weekend, and then naglalabas kami ng mga collection namin. And some were there to sell, some were there to trade. As in, ito talaga yung very simple beginnings na just a group of kids who were very much into Star Wars, and we were all excited with the relaunch nga of Star Wars back in the late 90s na yun, that became quite a regular thing. And nagulat kami na maraming taong nakabalita at pumunta. So, parang ganun lang talaga siya. It was just a group of kids talagang showing off their toys, parang ganyan. And at that time, the Star Wars merchandise was also picking up because nga of the impending new trilogy, parang ganyan, episode 1, which was going to launch in 99. So, I very distinctly remember yung co-founders ko ng ToyCon, we gathered at a shop in Shangri-La Mall.
Social.
Oo nga, may yung isa sa mga co-founders ko kasi they owned this train shop in called Orient Express. They owned it. And then you remember that shop na specialized in mga miniature trains, parang ganun. Tapos doon yung talagang origins na nag-uusap-usap kami na parang wouldn't it be fun to do this more regular and more, di ba, more visible na hindi lang tayo sa clubhouse ng Green Hills na nag-ano lang kami doon, nagsusubasta lang kami or whatever. Pero sabi namin, it'd be nice to gather talaga the general public to see what this thing is. Na at that time, we had no name for it. So we put together, in 1999, the first, it used to be called the Collecticon.
Okay.
Ayun, Collecticon. Parang what we wanted collectors to come and just bring in stuff and sell. Yun yung ano namin doon na parang the things we don't see in stores.
Okay.
Diba? Kasi nagkakaubusan sa mga stores, ganyan, sa mga toy stores. So, the first one was held in 99 in Shang Mall, Collecticon, and then parang ano yun, that was a really nice experience for us na parang ang dami. There were like mga 30 sellers, dealers na doon lang kami sa loob ng Siang Mall na okay to And then we did it again for a second time, mga around October. Tapos sabi nga namin na parang, this looks like fun and it looks like na parang more people are interested. So it was a very simple thing. So sinabi namin, let's put things together and we did an actual ano tawag dito? An actual, what do you call that? Parang party of sorts. Na yung unang-unang ToyCon was held in October of 2002 in two meeting rooms of the SM Mega Mall. Kasi may parang function room sila doon.
The Mega Trade Hall.
Not even sa Mega Trade Hall. Parang meeting rooms lang sila.
Oh yeah, the small rooms.
So the two small
Yes.
rooms, that was where the first ToyCon was held in 2002. October yon. And yon, sayang sana I provided you some pictures because we still have some photos of it. So it was me on a microphone shouting out to this room of people saying na, punta kayo sa ganitong seller na to kasi he's selling parang mga exclusive, puro Star Wars pa din mga merchandise, ganyan, 2002. Hype pa yung Star Wars nun kasi that was like episode 3 ata, di ba?
Uso naman na yun na May the 4th be with you, di ba? When Star Wars started, di ba?
So medyo hype nga yung mentality na Star Wars.
Right.
So and sari-sari na nun. There were dealers of die-cast cars, yung mga Matchbox and Hot Wheels. There were ano tawag dito, mga action figures na at that time paakyat na yung mga movie, yung mga McFarlane movie maniacs. Parang ganyan, di ba? Yun yung mga lines na gumaganda na yung quality ng mga toys. So, excited yung mga tao. Tapos we filled that room. To the point, I remember there was this old lady went up to me and sabi niya, parang ang sikip naman dito sa event ninyo. Parang, because we didn't expect so many people to come, di ba? We didn't even promote it all that well. Pero sabi namin, sige, mukhang we've hooked onto something special. So we did it again the following years. Di na tumigil from then on, from 2002 all the way to until we stopped in what was the last 2020, no? 2020. During the pandemic. Pero umabot pa tayo, di ba?
Hi, Justin!
June?
Halika, join us!
Oh, no. We stopped our last one was 2019.
2019 yung last.
June 2019. And then, hindi na kami nakapag-event kasi at that time, we were already holding it in SMX. So, sobrang na-outgrown. So, from the small rooms in SM Mega Mall, nag-mega trade na kami in 2003.
Wow.
Tapos, nag-start with one hall, naging two halls. Finally, we were filling up the entire SM Mega Trade in Mandaluyong sa SM Mega Mall. Tapos sinabi sa amin, masikip na tayo dito. So we moved to the SMX in 2016. At malakas na yung loob namin nun kasi we had already partnered with a foreign company that was bringing in mga toys. Also, mga rin sila. They were into the Funko Pops and all of that. So, yon 2016 until 2019, we held it in SMX. And by that time, nandun na si Chris. At saka yun, it had grown way past our expectations na akala namin mga palengke lang siya ng mga toys to what it is now, di ba? It's really the biggest pop culture convention in the Philippines, and it has not stopped. It was only the pandemic that stopped us, but even during the pandemic, may mga online kaming
ToyCon TV.
di ba? Nagkaroon kami ng mga
talaga?
ToyCon TV, ganyan. We had an online ToyCon noong 2022. Kasi we tried to put things together. Na-sponsor pa kami ni Lazada. Ayan,
Hi, Lazada.
Ayan, so, ang
Hi,
galing.
Shopee and Temu.
2022. So, and then 2021. And then, bumalik kami sa Mega Mall in 2022. Ayan.
Wow.
Which I entirely missed kasi nagka-COVID ako noong 2022. So that was the only ToyCon I missed entirely because I was home with COVID in 2022. So, and then since then,
What a story.
And we went back na to SMX.
sa SMX na bumalik kami in 2023 and we just concluded our very successful 22nd ToyCon 2 weekends ago sa SMX. So,
Grabe.
it's been fun. So,
I
yan ang
know,
history.
what a
Yan ang very quick
story.
history ng ToyCon. So, 22 years of trying to outdo ourselves lang when it comes to, the different ways of what we call it now is it's actually it's not just a convention but it's a playground. We
Okay.
try to envision
That's
it.
nice.
Oo, nag-vision crafting
mission,
pa kami.
yeah.
Sinabi namin, ToyCon is more than just a convention. It's really a playground where people can come together, grown-ups like us,
Yeah.
and really experience different types of play. Kasi importante sa buhay ng tao na,
Of
you know,
course.
we still engage in play. Kasi
That's right.
it triggers our imagination, it keeps us young,
Yes.
it makes us more creative, di ba?
That's true.
So, yan, maraming aspect ng ToyCon ngayon that goes more than just the usual buying of toys.
Yeah, kasi yun nga you mentioned that toys are really important, especially nga sa infants, diba? And childhood, and even adulthood. Kasi still, it helps us develop, diba? Yung cognitive natin, yung social development natin. Continuous kasi, diba? We don't stop naman when we're teens, diba? We don't stop when we're dads na or moms. Kailangan pa rin natin yon, to balance, diba? Everything that we do, every day. Hindi naman pwede work lang na wala naman na relaxation, diba? So what about you, Chris? Could you tell us more about the online thing that you mentioned during the COVID days?
All right. So, well, before I touch on that, so may history pa kami before ToyCon.
Kayong dalawa? So you were an item
No, kasi
before?
si Sir
Yeah.
si
Dynamic
No,
duo.
we were part of Dulaang Sibol in high school. So Ateneo pa naman yan. No?
okay,
So
alright.
though we were batches apart, laging may kinikwento noon si Mr. Pag, si paborito niyang member, si Cholo Malilin. So kami lahat, sino ba yun? Parang ganun.
Okay,
Then, of
may
course.
Hindi na kami
favorite
nagka-
student.
Hindi kami
Kasi
nag...
sa
But
Dulaang
even Sir Andrew is
All
Dulaang
three of us.
Sibol, no?
Yeah.
So, yung lineage na gano'n. So, I knew of Cholo already, ganyan. And then I knew of ToyCon, alright? I had my own thing. Collecting, stuff like that. So, I was just a fan at the start. And then
Yeah.
when we also started working together here in Ateneo, then syempre, as friends, how can we help? Blah, 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 ganyan.
Right.
So, and then it's basically from that, no? Very much like the start of ToyCon, I think it's really the friendships and that desire to have fun together, simply,
Yes.
di ba?
Right.
And it'll bring you wherever, no?
Yes.
All right.
That's
So, but going to your question, so pandemic, we could have simply chosen to shut down, di ba?
Okay.
But we thought also, but now is a good time to sort of bring good vibes in whatever way
Yeah.
we can.
Correct.
All right. That's why for those months, no, we actually put up ToyCon TV. So everything was going online nun eh.
That sounds interesting.
So we had, well, it wasn't Zoom eh. Ano yung platform na yun? There was a platform.
OBS.
OBS at
Or
hindi.
Streamlabs. Baka Streamlabs.
Stream something.
Or Restream.
StreamYard.
StreamYard.
Oo.
Okay.
Basta
Thank
binibihisan
you.
niya yung frame eh. Di ba?
Yes, that's right.
Oo. Ganun din sila Justin, di ba?
Same yun na. StreamYard, Restream, OBS.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct, no. So with whatever rudimentary knowledge we had, no, and then you learn along the way. So every week, I think, di ba?
every weekend.
Every weekend, Saturdays,
Right.
we'd put up an episode, a 2-hour, 1.5 hour episode featuring either artists, collectors, dealers, etc. Ganyan. Kasi nga parang to bring some normalcy in an unusual time,
And to keep us all sane.
to keep us all
And to
sane.
keep us all together actually as a community kasi
Yes.
yung maganda sa ToyCon.
Right.
We sort of built this community already.
Yeah, so we didn't
Yeah.
want for it to feel na parang ay nawala na lang din.
Yes.
No.
Oo.
And even the actual ToyCon dates, which is typically in June, so we made it a point that there was a online ToyCon event.
Wow. That's
No, where we
amazing.
partnered with some other platforms to make sure that the selling, kasi that's what a lot of people look out are excited about the
Yeah.
retail floor, di ba? So hindi yun mawawala. All right, but it's not just really about that. It's really about celebrating the different kinds of interests
Yeah, huh?
related to pop culture, mostly toys. But since then and up to this most recent ToyCon, we've been featuring tabletop gamers, online gamers.
Okay.
Of course, there's
Yeah.
always cosplay there, right? We have a lot of musicians now from
Yes.
different parts of ASEAN, no? The ASEAN region. So may K-pop, may J-pop, may P-pop. All right. And then a lot of artists, both comic artists and toy designers, art toy designers.
Wow.
No? So yun, so like what we said, ultimately ToyCon is about community. It's building a community just to have fun. It can be quite toxic, weirdly, kasi mga, pardon, I'm part of it, so I can say it, di ba? Mga adults to na minsan isip bata. Minsan, di ba? So sometimes that gets the best of us, some issues come out and whatever. Pero hindi, it's supposed to be fun. And we recognize that it's also about family.
Okay.
Right? That's why it's wholesome.
Yes.
Kaya it's grown-ups with toys. Pag sinabi kasi naming adult toys,
That's
iba yun. We just want to clarify na grown-ups who play and collect toys. No?
Okay.
Yon. So yeah, so that's basically where we are right now.
Yes. All right.
And siguro as a preamble to what Cholo can share more about, ToyCon has also sort of spread its wings. There are little things now being done beyond Metro Manila.
Oh, wow,
Yeah, no?
grabe. You're going international na this time?
Hindi pa naman. Dito pa lang, local. So
Okay.
we've slowly been trying to cater also to parang the nearby regions. So for the past 2 years, we've had a ToyCon event in Baguio, for example. It's called the North Hobby Expo. Which is
Hobby.
Yes, which is upcoming actually, October.
Where? Where will that be?
Sa Baguio Country Club.
Oh, we should be there.
You should. Please join us. First weekend of October yan, October 3 to 5. So the Baguio Country Club has graciously hosted our event, and then we stage it together with a team of theirs from Baguio. So we bring mga retailers there para they experience the collecting side of it. Pero parang last year in particular, medyo napasukan na rin namin siya ng konting cosplay, ng konting art toys, parang ganun. This new market, kumbaga, of collectors who actually are into designer toys, as we call it. Parang these are very limited edition or for some products, kahit one of a kind pa, di ba, of artists who actually create three-dimensional art pieces that are collectibles, di ba? So hindi siya meant to be mass-produced, but we sort of generically term it as designer toys or art toys. Kasi nga, one piece can cost you from 5,000 pesos to 100,000 pesos, di ba? And it's a piece of art. So it's either you own it, you have the bragging rights to say na ako lang ang meron nito sa buong mundo, or there's a limited run of, sabi mo na, 200 pieces from a very sought after art toy designer, for example. So we've in the past few years we've sort of highlighted creators like si Quix Maiquez, who's an Atenean, alumnus, and also a very renowned art toy designer. She's won several international awards sa toy designing. Yan, si Quix. We've worked with si Rin
Barrera,
yan,
si
mga
Creon
kilalang
Chicken.
Yes. Oo. Ito yung mga mga
handles
pseudonyms
nila.
nila.
Yeah.
But they're known in the international toy designer markets. That they actually have people who collect their art, even worldwide, kung saan nila. So they release for example, their toy designs online at nauubos in minutes. It's sold out. Parang ganyan. So it's really sought after pieces of art. So that's one aspect of it. And then there's also the ano tawag dito? Yan nga, the gaming crowd,
Yes.
which we are sort of developing now, yung mga TCG na tinatawag, or trading card gamers, and the RPGs,
Magic.
yung mga role-playing games,
Role-playing games.
yung kapanahunan natin, yung mga Dungeons and Dragons. Hanggang ngayon, people still play that, di ba?
Okay, yes.
Or, ano tawag dito, yung mga Beyblade na hindi
Yeah.
nawala.
Beyblade.
Pokemon,
Uso pa yan
Pokemon
ngayon.
card games.
Card games, what do you call that? Tamiya. Yung Tamiya is still around. Yung mga ina-assemble na kotse. Ayan. So now they've become very prolific and professional as regards yung mga builds na tinatawag,
Yes,
yung mga
yes.
kotse ganyan. So all of that is parang various aspects of play. Andiyan pa yung mga Gundam builders,
Oh,
di ba?
may
Yung
ganun
mga yung mga iba nga gumagawa ng Gundam after nila mabuo, they use it in a RPG game, parang ganon. So yung miniature robots na yon, they use it to play in a modified environment, parang ganyan.
Yeah.
So amazing.
wow.
What sort of play experiences
Galing.
people can come up with.
I think that's the reason why you guys are still young looking. Diba? Kasi you know how to marunong kayo maglaro, diba? You know how to play.
Akala ko dahil sa
you know how
sponsor
to
natin
work.
na, hindi
Oy,
pala.
hayaan. Ay, thank
Mamaya
you
na
nga
yun.
pala. Yeah.
Mamaya na pala yan.
Skincare
Okay.
system. See you
Yeah.
later. Andun ako sa Ayala Mas Feliz
Yeah.
today until Wednesday for the Pride Month. Congratulations, Dave Ocampo, and of course, Cherry and Shy. So I'll be your DJ and host now. Thank you.
and
We invite you all to be there.
Yeah, and if I may know, I won't name it na lang, no, but there was a Jesuit present during ToyCon. Hindi ko na kwento sa'yo. Oh, yeah.
Talaga?
Oh,
Okay, so kwento mo na lang the toys that
sige,
he
so-
brought or collections.
No, he was with Anis, ganyan. No. Sinamahan lang niya. No. He himself.
So he's not an exhibitor.
No. So sinamahan lang niya
Okay.
yung niece niya who
Jesuit
was there.
ito?
Oh, yeah. Pakita ko sa yung picture mo.
No, meron
Yeah.
naman din ako na-meet na isa pang priest na yung brother
Jesuit
niya was
din
one
yan?
of our exhibitors.
Exhibitors, oo.
Kasama niya si Teacher Sab.
Si Sab,
Kiko was
ayun.
in ToyCon.
Oh,
Natawa ko na
yes.
nakita ko, Teacher Sab, what are you doing here?
Ayan.
Paano pag
Ka-
nakikita kayong Jesuit or nagtatago ba like, oh my God, nandiyan si
Hindi.
No.
Hindi,
naman.
nagyayakapan kami. Parang, Father! Ganun.
okay.
Shout out to Father John G. and
Father Nono.
Father Nono.
Pop culture
No, it wasn't
fans.
Father John G. was there. No? But,
Okay.
so we were talking lang, ganyan, kinukumusta niya, ganun. And then, yun ang sabi niya, okay lang yan. Kasi parang this is more, I guess, it's a healthier and maybe less expensive way of healing oneself than therapy.
Wow.
For example, di ba?
Tama yan.
But of course, therapy is important for those who really need it. But I guess in smaller ways, diba? It's therapeutic, all right? We're not saying go shop till maubos ang pera. No, it's not that, no. But parang it's a way to take care of yourself, of course, within reasonable means.
Self-care pala siya.
Self-care din siya. Okay, so napaisip ako doon, nag-reflect muna kami, nagdasal kami. No. No, but there's truth to that, di ba? There's a lot of healing the inner child, I guess, no? But of course, kanya-kanya na yan na nasa hanggang saan ba yung hangganan din. We won't use that as an excuse, but we have to acknowledge that it helps in that way.
Yes.
No? So there is really the advocacy part, no, helping our Filipino artists be more known, di ba? It's also a business of sorts for them. Okay? Relating with ASEAN neighbors who also have artists who are trying to make a name for themselves. So that's great. The fans who have different niches and needs but always want to come together.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
And then there's that aspect for the self, no? Oo nga naman, nakakatulong rin.
Parang happy pill din siya, di ba?
Parang happy pill.
Yeah.
Oo. For
For sure.
sure. No? So, sorry, we weren't able to mention, kapatid, na we also work with those who, in movie productions. No?
Yes.
So, for example, coming soon, Superman.
Promote na rin natin.
No?
Okay.
Superman
Yeah,
will be
I saw
shown
your
on
picture, July 9.
Yeah.
Yes, we will be
Asan
the
kayo nun?
first in the world to watch it.
You
July
were
9.
together in a photo. Where was
that was in ToyCon.
That was in ToyCon.
Okay.
Our friends from Warner Brothers Pictures set up something so that
a photo
people could
booth.
register to join the Superman Look-Up event, which was held last weekend also.
Last Thursday.
Last Thursday, di ba? Nung dumating yung cast and director ng Superman. They were
Yes,
here in
that's
Manila. They
right.
kicked off their world tour here with us. So
First yun.
we were
Philippines
able-
was the first stop.
Yes, the first stop. And I was lucky enough to watch the first 30 minutes of Superman, the movie, this new movie with David Cornsweet as Superman. It looks
Promising.
very promising because sabi ko nga kay Chris, parang it's bringing Superman, who's a very old character, di ba, 1930s pa si Superman, but bringing him into our modern age now which is so different from the very innocent and idyllic 1930s, 1940s. Ngayon, iba na eh. Parang the way Superman, sabi ko nga, the first, well, hindi to spoiler, pero parang one of the things that Superman does, di ba, is he goes to a foreign country and he tries to save that country, di ba?
Yeah.
From evil being done to them. At
Right.
hanggang sa pagsabihan siya na, dapat mo bang gawin yan? Kasi, di ba, we have laws now, we have policy, we have, di ba, guidelines in diplomacy. But you can't just go into a foreign country and just do whatever you want to do. Parang gayon. Yun yung mga dilemma ngayon of being a Superman, di ba? You can't just save people, even if you have all good intentions there. Yan.
So that
yun,
was
interesting
that's the
aspect
story
of it.
itong July 9. Parang
Yes.
ganon
Yes.
yung tema.
Yes.
Okay.
Parang yes.
Alright.
But it's basically, yun nga, parang how do you do good in a world that is very polarizing?
It's so
in a world that is
chaotic.
divided and chaotic like this. Pero,
That's right.
pero I think that it will still come out, hopefully, in that movie na it's
Yeah.
really, you cannot stop the force for good. Parang
Correct.
yan.
I'm pretty
It will
sure
always
na
win out.
there will be a lot of good movie reviews for July 9.
I-promote na rin natin yung isang
Isa pa.
local movie.
So, but
Yeah.
apart from foreign films, no,
Uh-huh.
there's also a local film coming out soon. The third, well, it's sort of third installment of the Philippines history, not superhero, actual heroes of the Philippines. So,
Okay.
Quezon.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Starring
Lord
Jericho
Rivera,
Rosales.
Right? Sila Lord Rivera are part of it, right?
I
Sila
don't know.
actors
I'm not sure
sila?
about Lord if he might
Yeah.
be, but we had with us in Toyco on the cast of Quezon. It will be shown
Okay.
sometime in
October.
October,
all-
yeah.
Tagal pa. Pero
Yeah.
they already are starting to promote it. They probably bring it also to schools kasi
Yes.
it's a very important historical piece
Yep.
Yep.
depicting the life of former president.
Yeah,
Manuel
nakita ko
Quezon.
si Jericho
At,
Rosales
si
ang
Jericho
mag-a-act, diba?
Rosales
And then
as
si
Quezon.
Karil. Kasi the
Yes,
reason why I know about Quezon, my son, si Joshua, internship niya sa Active Vista owned by Lord. And they're doing this mga
alright.
research about Quezon. I'm not sure if they're part of the production, pero he is really promoting, like, Mom, you have to watch it. Because, sige, syempre, deputy tayo,
Yes,
FDRCB,
yes.
we have to watch all those movies, you know?
Oo,
Kailangan
oo.
yun, talagang suyurin natin yan because that's part of what we do, diba? Responsableng panonood. So,
Yes,
thank you for letting us know
Yeah.
that you're part of it.
Oo.
So,
And-
araw-arawin ko yan.
And kasi, I mean, right now, if it's a tool, eh. Di ba? Movies
Yes.
are, I mean,
That's
one can say it is a tool
Yep.
for education purposes also.
That's correct.
Di ba? Sabihin na natin, ang mga bata ngayon ayaw na nagbabasa. Okay, we can rant about that,
Yep.
or we can also support that reality while we're ushering reading more.
Yes.
But then there are these other media available for them to learn.
Correct.
And if that's more palatable to them,
That's true.
let's use that also. Very
Yeah.
much in the spirit of tantum quantum.
Yeah.
Jesuit. Ano pa rin
Yes.
yan? Principle. Ignatian principle pa rin.
Siyempre.
Di ba?
Yeah, that's
so
right.
that's why we also want to support these types of work.
Yeah, we have to, especially, di ba, yung Pinoy yan eh, di ba?
Yes.
And we're so proud that we're all Pinoys and we really have to support, di ba, proudly Pinoy.
So shout out to TBA Studios. Sila yung they're
TBA
Yeah.
Studios.
Quezon, they put together they call it the Bayani verse. Ayan, yung pala yung tawag doon.
Diba?
They started with General Luna, tapos
Yes,
si Goyo,
Goyo.
Batang General, and then this is the third installment, yung Quezon.
Wow.
Interesting, no?
Are you part of the cast?
No,
I wish.
no. Although, nung nandun kami sa Toycon, kumakain kami ni Cholo, pas biglang nagpa-picture si Jericho.
Oo nga,
di ba?
Sabi namin,
Grabe!
Tapusin lang
Si
namin yung
Jericho-
pansit namin. Can you wait for a while? No, shout out to Mr. Jericho Rosales. Thanks.
Wait yan, kapit
Cool
bahay.
guy, bait, solid.
Mukha
Alright,
nga.
alright.
Yeah, mukha kang Alright, shout out naman kay Master Hans Kua because he dropped by sa Tax Expo the other
Really?
day.
Oh, wow.
Hi, Master Hans. And he wants to collab with us. So,
Talaga?
okay lang ba yun, Justin? Papaalam na talaga on air. Master Hans Kua and of course, DJ Ro.
Hindi, bitayin
marami.
natin sila. Bitayin natin yung Quezon
Yeah,
cast
oo
here
nga eh,
sa
that's
Radyo,
right.
sa arcade, di ba?
Yes,
Oh, that would be fun.
Speaking of the toys nga, what about itong mga cosplay? Saan ba nanggaling to? Is it also part of ToyCon? I'm so curious kasi I'm not a cosplayer.
I can safely say na cosplay that this subculture of kids who parang dress up and portray their favorite characters, their favorite pop culture characters, whether it's from anime or from games or from superheroes or mga ganyan. I think I can safely say it started with us also kasi because nga we go way back. It's cosplay is a known pastime from even prior to ToyCon in Japan, probably where it started off. Pero ang nagpasikat talaga, I firmly believe, dito sa Pilipinas is si Alodia when
Yes,
she was still
Alodia.
starting,
Gosheng
diba?
Fiao, yes.
So she's pretty much started mga artista lahat ng mga to.
Yeah.
Mga
She's an alumna,
influencers.
Oo.
So she's the original cosplayer na talaga brought it to different
A
heights,
different height.
diba?
Yeah.
So we started cosplaying ToyCon in 2004 and Alodia joined us in 2005. So parang nakita nga namin na parang there's this growing kasi parang alam na yung hobby na yan. It used to be just a hobby na kids dressing up and portraying itong so it's not just parang a Halloween thing na parang it's not just the costume, it's really them demonstrating their knowledge of the character by actually depicting them on stage, yung behavior nila, yung lines nila from
Talagang
the
gayang-gaya,
famous
diba? Even the makeups and all. They really
so
look like
even
the
the
favorite
quality of the
characters.
cosplay has vastly improved from the time na we started na puro mga pagawa lang sa sastre ganyan. Pero hindi, now people really engage in it. There's an industry of cosplayers that actually create costumes, create wigs, makeup, diba? Prosthetics,
Mga props.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes, oo.
The props and the
ayan,
weapons.
It's a whole industry now, and events have actually taken on this cosplay, and they are known, ibang events na ito, pero parang nanganak na yung cosplay subculture na yan. So
Yeah.
it's become
Yeah.
quite popular, even up to now. Di ba?
Yeah. And
That's
then
right.
I think the reason I agree with Cholo that ToyCon sort of became the home, at least a surrogate home.
Yeah.
No? I mean, it has its own thing as well, but they're always part of ToyCon. Kasi doing such things maybe back then would be considered weird eh. Ay, ang weird naman ni Chris kung kunyari, ay, bakit siya nagpapaka-Batman? Hindi naman siya ganun katangkaran, di ba?
Yeah.
Ganun.
Oo nga, that's your favorite character.
Yeah.
I noticed.
Yes. No, so, but then if you have other people whom you're comfortable with and you can do these things and not be judged,
Yes.
diba? Kasi
Okay,
it's essentially
judger.
wholesome naman eh.
Yes.
Diba? Essentially wholesome. So,
Tama.
again, it goes back to that community. May nahanap silang kindred spirits. No? Let's call it that. No?
Yeah.
And that allows them to grow more.
Yes.
And if I may, no, definitely it's professionalized even eh.
That's
Diba?
right. That's right.
The quality of stuff they make, the expense that goes into that, not just in terms of money, but in terms of time, talaga mabusisi, no? Parang it's almost studio quality, if not already studio quality stuff, no? And then even Ateneo, di ba kapatid, has a cosplay day eh. There's
Yeah,
I forget.
I remember
Di ba yung
that.
nasa cafeteria sila? Alala mo yun?
Hindi, may sakit ako nun.
Pinicture lang pala namin para sa...
Oo.
So there's a day, our college students...
Halloween yan, towards Halloween.
Towards Halloween, but it's not really a Halloween thing per se.
Okay.
Where students would come in cosplay costume, that's redundant. In cosplay, they have an event in Red Brick Road. All right. So again, it's just fun. Diba? It's a de-stressor for some of them, right? It's an expression of creativity for others. No? So yeah. So shout out to the cosplay community. We ourselves are not really part of that. Or are we?
We really appreciate it.
Or are we?
You mean you haven't tried to be in the Batman costume?
No.
Not even
Only in my
once?
mind.
Talaga? What about you, Cholo? Because I know you're a big fan of
No,
Superman,
well, Star
diba?
Wars before. Meron akong
May
meron
ano ka?
akong, what do you call that? Yung
Stormtrooper.
Darth Vader na
Ay,
helmet.
Darth-
Ayan.
Oh, talaga?
I actually invested in a kit kasi there's a group called the Star Wars 501st. They are what do you call that? An accredited Lucasfilm, what do you call that? So kailangan
Fan group.
movie accurate yung nila, yung armor nila.
Akala ko
Whether they are
stormtrooper ka.
stormtroopers or
Yes.
No, I wish I had invested in one pero hindi ko inassemble kasi
Okay.
you actually have to assemble the costume of a
Alright.
stormtrooper, di ba? So yeah, may expense sa kanya and it takes a certain type of how should I say, talagang pag enthusiasm in becoming a full-fledged cosplayer. Talaga kailangan you have to really get into it and be excited about
Kasi-
it, be part of that community.
And it's not easy to be in the costume, ah.
Oo.
yeah,
Sakripisyo.
Mainit,
difficult,
mahirap
right?
gumalaw. The stormtroopers, yung just like the memes about stormtroopers, they can't
Hindi
see
nila
well
makita.
So they need assistance pa going up the stage, going down. Oo. So, ano talaga? At mainit ko sa mainit.
Dedication.
Dedication.
Diba, kahit may mga mascots, they can only last 30 minutes lang. Diba?
Yeah.
Sila Jollibee, diba? Sila whoever.
Oo.
Ang hirap kasi ang init daw and there's parang electric fan sa loob. Like a mini fan or
Talaga?
something.
Yeah, so-
I haven't tried but I know it's really them.
Yeah. And what I think
Super init.
what's nice there is the kids, 'di ba? Parang if they
Yeah.
they know these characters, 'di ba? Yung parang wow. 'Di ba? It creates an awe effect on the kids especially, 'di ba? For the adults parang cool. For the kids, it's awe. And you'd
Yeah.
see them, parang natutuwa sila, uy, si Iron Man.
Yeah.
Or, uy, it's Batman. Oh, it's Superman.
Correct.
Last time, nandun there was a Superman cosplayer and had a dog, his dog with him. So si Crypto, kasama niya.
As in real dog?
Yeah, the real
Oo.
one. Na nilagyan niya ng
So, my kids had a picture with them.
Okay.
Diba? Yung ganon. Kasi parang,
Yeah.
suddenly, it's real. No?
Yes,
To
that's
to
right.
them. No? And then,
Oo.
the lore that comes with that, bahala na yung magulang
Yeah.
mag-explain. Diba?
Correct, kung bakit.
at
Pero at
least
some
yan.
point ba in your lives, Cholo and Chris, na-imagine nyo ba like, I wish I was a Superman? Or ikaw naman, I wish
I
naging...
wish I was a super.
Diba? Tapos
are.
biglang hindi na ako Superman. Ngayon, ano na ako. I wish, siya naman, Batman ako. Tapos biglang, gusto ko maging ganito. Meron bang ganon sa life nyo? Dun sa stage nyo while you are in Toycon already, na parang na-imagine nyo na sana ako yung totoong character. Diba? Mga ganon. Hindi naman kabaliwan. It's not insanity, diba?
No. Kami,
you know?
we fully appreciate it. Kasi,
Yeah.
like for example, itong mga cosplayers, we know for a fact na some of them that are into this because they really want to express something which they cannot do parang on their own. Okay, parang I mean in their everyday personas, 'di ba? So nagbabago sila ng persona talaga. So once they're in that suit, once they're in that costume, nagbabago yung ano nila. They gain more confidence, they become more expressive to others. Yung alaga natin, naalala mo, we have a student who has a certain learning disability, pero he's into cosplay.
Wow.
'Di ba? So
siguro it inspires
so
that student,
I saw him in Toycon in complete cosplay garb at iba yung confidence level niya pag iba yung personality niya in that costume. So he's able to interact better, he's able to engage with that community at may mga fans siya. 'Di ba? Imagine mo parang you are nobody minds you if you're a regular person with disability, for example.
Correct.
Pero kapag naka-cosplay
Costume
ka,
ka.
empowered ka, di ba, to be that character, and a lot of people take pictures with you. So, nagbabago yung confidence level. And I think that's one of the things that we also aspire for na di ba, to give that experience to people, to allow them, to give them this platform na they can be whatever their imaginations can, and their skills to create characters, whatever and however far that can bring them. So
Yeah.
It's an expression then about oneself, diba? Being creative, diba?
yes, at maraming experiences
Definitely.
of that in this particular convention because we make sure nga that people can really find their niche in terms of their being creative, di ba? Whether you are a toy designer or a cosplayer or a game designer or a gamer, di ba? Parang you immerse yourself in a community na totally tanggap ka. It's a complete safe space for you and you can just allow yourself to enjoy.
That's
Yun yung
right.
mahirap na ngayon kasi mga napaka-polarized ng ating
True.
And
mundo.
I can imagine when we were kids,
Yeah.
walang ganun eh. So, I mean,
Yes.
parents were also saying parang trying to downplay it na, nothing is going to come of it and whatever.
Yeah.
Purely just a fantasy.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
now it has become a bed, fertile bed for you to grow. Like you were saying,
Correct, sir.
Yeah.
Parang, I guess the simplest form of cosplay then was yung susuot mo yung tuwalya to be your cape.
Okay,
Diba? But
Yes,
in your
I
mind,
remember
it wasn't
that.
a towel. It was Superman's red cape.
Yeah,
Diba? When you
that's
put
right.
on a mask that sort of just covered half your face, it wasn't a paper plate with holes, diba? You were suddenly Batman or Wolverine or whoever.
Yeah.
Kaya in a way, it's a playground
Yes.
of sorts, no? It's not really meant to be escapist in nature, but for a while, enjoy. Diba? For a while, enjoy man lang, diba?
Yeah.
And then to answer your question, I myself I've never been into cosplay, never really considered doing so. But I can really say that the certain traits of the characters we like, no, we believe in, we resonate with. Diba? Superman's idealism. Yan, kita ko yan kay Cholo.
Oo
diba?
nga eh.
Although hindi ko kita yung curl ni Superman kay Cholo.
Hindi, meron, pero nandito lang sa mga taas.
Kailangan hilain.
Oo, kalahilain. No? But
Yes.
yung idealism na yon, we see that in our friends. Batman's desire for justice, iba kung ano yung dapat may tama eh. It's almost a scruple of sorts, di ba? Teams in Voltes 5, di ba? The importance of teams, the importance of family in certain characters. So, nakikita mo rin dun sa stories at sa personalities ng characters. And personally, for me, that's what appeals to me. The costume itself, the acting itself, it's just not my thing. But for those that love it, go ahead, feel free, no? And that's why even outside of the comics naman, marami kang matututunan. Star Wars, di ba?
Yeah.
You'd be surprised if you dig deep into Star Wars, a good number of it is very similar to Ignatian spirituality.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
If you delve deep, parang, kasi ang pinaguhugutan din nila ultimately are significant human experiences eh.
Oh.
Diba? Presented in whatever way. But if you really look deeply into it, andun rin yun. Tao lang din yan eh. Diba?
That's
So, and I think that's what makes a lot of superheroes relatable. And so celebrating those things through events like ToyCon make it relatable as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
What's your message to all your exhibitors? I mean, I'm sure ang dami na. Ewan ko kung you know the numbers, how many exhibitors you have, how many retailers you have. What's your message to all of them? I'm pretty sure na andyan pa rin support nila or maybe
Yes.
some of them are watching right now. Go ahead.
Well, we hit our record. Every year we try to increase the number of exhibitors and dealers. We started with, diba, kumanta ko kanina, mga 30, masaya na kami. The last ToyCon, we had 400 exhibitors, which is a record for us. Kasi ibig sabihin, we spilled over yung usual 2 halls namin. It just gives people more variety, and no other convention can say that. They have 400 individual stalls selling, a very
It's a retail
diverse
floor.
number of diba? A very diverse merchandise. So we're very lucky and we're very fortunate na we are one of those, events that is really so much sought after. Kasi like we're getting feedback from our exhibitors na parang hindi nila nagugulat sila sa, di ba, the sales that they get
Yes,
in ToyCon. Parang if there's one event talaga that they would prioritize to join as a seller, it's really ToyCon kasi it's really worth the investment in renting space from us and all of that. Pero aside from just the financial rewards that they get, it's the fact that it's become some sort of a status na rin na naging part ka ng ToyCon. So we give our exhibitors a very special experience. We have an exhibitor's briefing, for example, when we hold our event. Tapos binibigyan namin sila ng mga prizes, sa mga door prizes, sa mga raffle prizes, para just to make them feel na they're really the heart and soul of ToyCon, di ba?
Yes,
It's really
of course. That's
the
important.
dealers who join us, our sponsors, our event partners. ToyCon wouldn't be the success that it is without them. At saka the diversity that they bring when it comes to the merchandise and
Correct. And speaking of diversity, no, parang while we're both gentlemen here representing ToyCon, there's something for everyone there.
Oo
Talaga.
nga.
So not to stereotype, pero kunyari, dolls tend to be more attracted to feminine. We have ang gaganda ng mga doll displays ni na Sir ni na Manuel.
We feature we feature collections of collectors. So parang we have a portion of the Toy-Con just as a
Philippine
museum.
toy groups gallery.
Parang mga collectors
gallery.
item yun. Yung
Yeah.
mga
They're
collectors.
not for sale.
collections.
They're an exhibit
Display lang
essentially.
siya.
Display.
Oh,
Personal
wow.
collections put on
Personal
display.
collections on display.
Okay.
And of course,
That's also fun.
may nandun din na sa retail yan, di ba? So mayroong pang-bata talaga, di ba? At merong, actually wala nang pang-bata or pang-matanda.
So it's really for everyone.
It's what,
Yes,
Diba?
yes. Oh,
it's what caters to your interest, di ba? Whether it's a joint interest of a family, like a game boards, cards, whatever,
Yeah.
or personal interest. It's just there.
Yes.
Di ba? And that's why we would want to be able to cater to as many people as possible.
Yeah.
Di ba?
And as many parang interests nga. In terms of age group.
Age groups, yung
ang tawag
demograph,
siya.
so may mahal. Okay,
Yeah.
siya lang yung bumibili doon. Yung mas mura
Siya lang.
Yung mga budget toys.
budget toys, mas sa
Oo,
kanya.
marami ganyan.
Kasi di ba,
Yung super mahal si Sir Andrew,
Sa
hindi lang niya
Andrew na
sinasabi.
yun. Oo. Ako dun lang ako sa freebies.
Sa freebies din. Oo.
Kasi I believe that Toy-Con, it's not just a hobby, it's a community talaga,
Yes,
di ba?
yes.
Definitely.
Gathering people together and it creates a happy environment, happy mood because that's what we all need, di ba? We have to be
Yes.
happy, we have to be positive. Super stressful na yung buhay natin. We have to find that niche, di ba? Kung ano ba yung
saan ka
nagpapasaya
masaya?
sa'yo, di ba? Ako, music talaga ako. Nagpapasaya sa akin music.
Oh, we have music na rin sa Toy-Con.
Exactly. Kasi ikaw, galing RMN ka rin. Michael Baby.
Right.
Ayun.
Oh
Sexy
my
Linda.
God,
Hello.
talaga.
Shout out to RMN DJs. Di ba? I mean, nandun tayo Yun. Kaya, like, Toy-Con, everybody loves
Right.
toys, 'di ba? Mga wholesome toys to, 'di ba? So I think that's why this is for everybody. Kaya talaga
Yep, yep.
siguro lumaki kayo. And I hope and pray na mas lumaki pa kayo, especially for your October, 'di ba?
Yes. So we'll promote our upcoming
Please.
events. We have Baguio North Hobby Expo.
Where is that?
October 3 to 5 at the
Saan
Baguio
yun?
Country
Baguio
Club.
Country Club.
Baguio
Okay.
Country Club. So may special rate ang Baguio Country Club during the North Hobby Expo.
What date is that?
October 3 to 5, Friday
5.
to Sunday.
Okay.
Yan, plan that early at saka fun na rin ang Baguio event namin kasi it's parang it's a getaway for us So yes, we put
Nice.
together the show but at the same time when we're there, super relaxed lang kami kasi ang ganda ng
Oh.
Baguio Country Club. At saka
That's
magandang
yes,
Baguio.
correct.
But there's a whole different market there. And then we're pushing also for, hopefully, Cebu event and
Wow.
an Iloilo event. Pero hindi
That's
pa yan
nice.
this year. But we really want to go regional na kasi parang gusto ng mga taong pumunta sa Toy-Con but they can't afford the plane fare. So kami pupunta sa kanila and give them that experience of it para
That's amazing.
maano rin nila yung community.
That's
And then there's our
amazing.
Christmas event which is also
Where
nearing
will-
its 20th year. Matagal, so it's called the Christmas Toy Fair. Christmas Toys and Collectibles Fair. This is at SM Mega
SM
Mall.
Mega Mall.
Pa rin.
Sa
Where it
Mega
all
Trade Hall
started.
kayo.
Mega Trade Hall.
Oh,
oo.
wow, okay.
That will be on December 12 to 14,
That's
2025.
nice.
So,
Woo.
malapit na.
Grabe. It's so good to be having you guys here in the show. Kasi galing ako sa medyo seryoso Tactical Survival na AMS Expo. Tapos, here you are, toys. These
Sana
two
may dala
guys
tayong
here.
toys.
Don't
Next
worry,
time, dadala
let's have,
namin kayo.
Yeah, we'll have a continuation of this kwentuhan.
Talaga ba?
Kasi
Sige, sige.
you're gonna have your October, diba? So, tuloy natin yan. Sometime in
Sige, sige,
September,
pwede naman.
para naman we promote it and then we,
Yeah.
syempre, we let the Baguio people know na, hoy, papunta na kami dyan. Abangan
Okay.
niyo po kami.
Sige, sige.
Yeah. Thank you, Chris, and thank you, Cholo.
Thank you.
Would you like to greet some people? Baka meron kayong mga special someone that you'd like to greet or meron kayong people na hindi na-mention sa show?
Of course,
We can do it now?
my family, Gladys, Arwen, and Sabine, my daughters, at magagalit ang opisina namin kung hindi namin sila batiyan.
Sige na,
Sana
isa-isahin mo na yan.
Sana totoong nanonood sila. or
Isa-isahin mo na
nakikinig sila.
yan.
Sige.
So of
batiin mo
course,
nga.
to the whole team of Student Affairs and Services, panalo kayo.
Kasi nandun kami.
Kasi nandun. Yeah, thank you for the support and camaraderie. And of course, to our family sa HE Undergrad Ed.
Yes,
Alright.
congratulations to
Okay.
a very successful
To
graduation.
Doc Jojo, to Ma'am Marlu in the OVPHE team.
Hi, Doc
Our love and
Marlo.
best wishes to the class of 2025.
2025,
Yes.
yes. And again, to my family, Lay, Bo, and Ella. Ayan.
Thank you,
Salamat.
guys.
Salamat
Thank you,
po for having
Aspac.
us.
Thank you,
Thank
Gail.
you.
And
We'll be setting meetings with you soon.
Yes,
Oo
of
nga.
course.
Trabaho
Definitely.
naman.
Trabaho naman. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Shout out
Serious na
muna.
naman.
Happy birthday to my fellow OVP, Sir A. Salvacion. Retired.
birthday.
Nasa US siya. And this is my NGO, non-profit organization. And of course, belated happy birthday to Ma'am Jo of Armscore, AVP of Marketing. Ma'am Jo, belated happy birthday again. And to all those who are celebrating their birthdays today, anniversaries, ayan po. God bless you all. Rainy Monday afternoon. Napakasarap
So cool.
ng weather. You know,
Yes.
kanina I was so flying objects. Sabi ko, ano
Meron
ba?
nga eh,
Part
pati
ng
dito eh.
Toy-Con ba to? Ang dami kanina sumasabay. But thank you guys.
Oh,
You really
i-plug
had a
ko
great-
lang ang
Yes.
aming mga social media.
Go ahead.
So, you can find Toycon on Facebook at ToyconPH,
Mm-hmm.
Facebook /ToyconPH, Instagram at PHToycon.
Mm-hmm.
Yan ang aming IG and TikTok and X, Twitter account. Yan, PH Toycon naman doon.
Akala ko you're talking about your ex. Anyways,
No.
sige, let's leave naman some words of wisdom kasi syempre this is a
Words of
diba? Show for parents by parents. Like, we always we always start
wisdom
with the
na.
youngest in the group, diba?
Siyempre.
Pres Andrew, past president, the press. I call him Pres Andrew pero past president siya from ASPAC. Sige, what's your words of wisdom today?
I go back to to the past graduation exercise and this sometime back with the scholars benefactors night. I read something that went something like parents should always treat their college children like wet cement.
Wet cement.
Kasi
Okay.
whatever befalls them makes an impression.
Oh. Wow.
What does that mean for
Okay.
parents? So parents, una, you have to be present para makita ng anak nyo, no? And if you want them to be, what you want them to be, you will have to be. If you want them to be good leaders, then you have to be a good leader. If you want them to be honest, then be honest. Because that's what they'll see and that's what they'll copy.
Wow.
That's the impression that it makes on them.
I like that. Wow, it's something new. Thank you. What about you, Chris? Any words of wisdom? Or your favorite? What's your mantra in life that you want to share? I am Batman.
Let's care for each other, I guess. No, the world needs more caring people, no, in a sincere way, no.
So true.
And in the world of superheroes, that's what fuels them. They care. Si Superman nga, maybe cares too much. Kaya sabi, wag ka nga makialam. Pero ganun nga ba? San ba ang hangganan ng pakikialam at pagiging withdrawn? Diba? But ultimately, I think there's just that call, cura, diba? Cura personalis, no?
Yeah,
To care
cura.
for the other in ways that that person or that group, that community needs it.
Yep.
No? Not in how you want to give it necessarily.
Yes.
It's really
that's
about
right.
the other. And so service and care for others, mabuhay po tayo. Ad maiorem Dei gloriam.
Yeah, thank you. What about you, Michael Baby? I really want to call you Michael Baby. Siyempre, what was your favorite ad-lib nung nagdi-DJ ka pa nun? Kasi di ba meron
May
tayong
tagline
ganon?
ako
Oh, yun
after
nga
my
eh.
show.
I was gonna ask you.
Sinasabi ko,
Ano?
don't just be different, make a difference.
Oh,
Diba? I always ended my shows like that. Ayan.
talaga? Ano, ulitin mo nga? Ano?
Don't just be different,
Don't just, okay.
make a difference.
Wow, I love that.
May
Thank you
sense
so
ba yun? May
much.
sense ba yun? May sense ba yun? Kasi may mga ibang
Thank you
tao.
guys for joining ASPACes. This is your space, your voice, your story. See you again next week. Kasama natin si Sir Bambi next week. Sir Bambi, shout out. Yan.
Magulo yun sa amin.
Okay. The more the merrier. Mas magulo, mas mabuti yun. And ako naman, kasi inuubos ko tong mga quotes dito sa Winford. Thank you so much for this notebook. Last year pa to eh. So it's from Confucius naman. It says, it doesn't matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. So just like your story, the Toycon, it's not just a hobby, it's a community. Thank you very much, guys. My name is Gail.
I'm Andrew.
Chris Castillo po.
Cholo!
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
ASPACes on Radyo Katipunan, 87.9 FM. Sabay-sabay! Your one big FM.
Ganun pala yun, one big FM.
Oh, sige. Ati, ulitin natin. Sige, sabay-sabay. 1, 2, 3, go. Your one big FM.
Thank you.
Super
Shout out
thank
kay
you,
Justin
Ka.
Pontino.
They
Yes,
live
shout out
behind
kay
every
Yuan.
exam week, every thesis defense, and every milestone along the way. As they grow into thinkers, leaders, and changemakers, we are right there with them, listening, learning, and leading. This is your space, your voice, your story, where parenthood, purpose, and community come together on air. This is ASPACes, Ateneo Parents in Action. Listen in, laugh with us, and journey alongside fellow Ateneo parents as we share stories of service, solidarity, and the magic in everyday parenting. ASPACes, your story, your voice, your space.